Second offense DUI. If you have 2 DUIs within 7 years, it's going to be charged as a felony. Felony DUIs are much more serious. There's lots of different perspectives, but the first perspective is your first time can happen to anyone, but the second time is happening because the person is not learning their lesson. They have an alcohol problem, perhaps both. In many instances with second DUIs, prosecutors and judges want to make an example or teach the person a lesson. The biggest difference between the first time DUI and the second DUI is there's a mandatory 5 actual days in jail or 240 hours of community service work. A lot of times clients are like, Mark, I can't go to jail, just give me the community service work. Unfortunately, it's not completely up to the client. Some judges will never accept community service work. Some prosecutors will never offer community service work. It's not like a buffet. You get to walk in there and choose what you want when you want it. So it's not as easy just getting rid of the jail and adding the community service work. But statutorily, either one or the other is required for a person's second DUI, including if it's a felony. Additionally, felonies, well, they're just not fun. It's a legitimate legal stigma. Certain jobs you cannot have. You can't own a gun. You lose out on many federal benefits. Frankly, many employers simply will not hire felons. I say this, if you're watching this video, if you end up a felon, it's not going to be the end of the world. It's just going to be a lot harder. So don't be freaking out if you're watching this. Also, repeat DUI offenders are always treated worse than first timers. But when there's 2 DUIs within 7 years and it's a felony, it's much, much worse. The maximum jail time is now 2.5 years. The maximum license suspension, assuming there's no refusal, is 2.5 years. And what the actual sentence is going to be, well, it ranges all over the place. Certain counties are way easier to deal with than other counties. And then even some counties within that county, the judges can be completely different in how they sentence individuals. And for criminal cases, you can't get out of a certain judge's court. And then even in counties where it's better than other counties to get a second DUI, the prosecutors have a lot of discretion, and certain prosecutors take certain positions that are different than the same prosecutors in that very office. So it's very important that you have an attorney that frequently deals with the same prosecutors in the counties you're facing a charge in. Because the sentences can be so variable between counties, prosecutors, and even judges, and we don't always know what prosecutor or judge you're going to be facing charges in, it's important when you have a felony DUI to take massive action as soon as possible. Start doing things that will help now. And then the reality is, whether you agree with this or not, the things you do earlier in time appear to be more genuine than the things you do later in time. Twice in my career, I've sat before a judge with my client, and the judge starts going through all the things my client has done. You've done this, you've done that, good job. But you know what? You only did this in the last couple of weeks. I think you did it to try to not go to jail. I don't think you did it out of the goodness of your heart. That's happened twice. I can't stress enough. If you're watching this video, I sent it to you, or you're watching it because you might have a second DUI. Do things as early as possible. It looks so much better. Felony charges are serious, but they're not the end of the world. You need someone to help you and guide you. If you have any questions, give us a call, 317-632-3642. And remember, always plead the fifth.